So we have a unit here that the gauges drop out intermittently for the customer. Turn the key on here. Everything's working normal. Now it does have a tire pressure monitoring system code in there. I don't think that has anything to do with it, but we'll find out. So first thing I'm going to do is just kind of move stuff around. Like maybe tap on the cluster, see if you can get the gauges to move if it's a bad connection back there, which doesn't seem to be. They're all staying. That's that tire pressure monitoring system code. And just kind of touch move any of your dashes. Back here is where the body controller's at. Remove the wiring, just in case if it's any kind of indication of bad wiring or something. But our gauges are pretty solid. So next step, I'm just going to check the codes in the body controller, see what we got. Okay, got the computer hooked up to the body controller here. As we can see, we have a lot of counts of source address codes, normal update rate, switch packs, instrument panels, lane departure, all this stuff, which are pretty much tied together. There's a common module that I'm going to be looking for intermittent, which is behind this panel, which is the body control module. I'm going to remove that bolt right there, the one back there, and then there's a one in here, and that'll come off just to check the body controller, see if we have any corrosion or anything, since it's an intermittent problem, but it's happening quite often. 28 counts, 34 counts, 54. So yeah, so we'll get looking at that. Here's our body controller. So I'm just gonna, with key on, wiggle these harnesses and this wiring while checking my gauges. Well, I wiggle all those around, couldn't get it to fault. I removed the connectors because they're famous for water getting in there, and no corrosion, everything's looking good. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove my instrument panel cluster here, because we had a bunch of codes for all the modules that are dropping off from this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead, remove this, and see if we can find any wiring issues back there. Well, I figured I'd update you here. I went down the rabbit hole trying to find an issue with the data link, because the customer also said that the switch is cut out too with that, and the switch data link runs from that side door all the way to this side door pod. The switches all up in there, in there, in there. So yeah, this is the what's happening. Can't find anything yet, but there are a lot of areas where the harness rubs on these, specifically, like, you know, in there on those metal brackets. I pulled this back and it is rubbing, but it's not all the way through yet. So I like to put some rubber tape or roof tape around those to protect them. Also with inside the dash here, it likes to rub in there. So I'm still trying to find this thing. The key's on, I still have everything plugged in. That way there, if it does fall, I can see it while I'm rummaging around in here. So alright, I'll keep you posted. Well, I'll fast forward again. Everything's still all apart here, but finally I think I found the problem. Oh, this isn't it. This is for the twilight sensor. I'm gonna have to fix that. This module, a GPS tracker installed aftermarket, was creating the 40 ohms on the data link, which I should be getting 60. And it's a data link that runs all the modules, all your powertrain modules. And yeah, now my data link's to the spec with it disconnected. So I think this is the whole problem right here. Why things were acting goofy with the switches and the switch packs and the instrument panel cluster. So only thing to do is, well, go on a road test. Put her back together, go on a road test, But that's the joys of diagnosing and repairing trucks in 2024. So you never know, especially with so much stuff riding on 2 wires, all being interconnected. So that's it. I'm gonna go on a road test, see what happens.